Hey guys, it's Trinity. Welcome back to my channel. So it's time to tell you guys about this story, about this nail salon experience. It was just really bad. And if y'all don't know, how you doing? I get my nails done very often. So I've had a lot of experiences, but there is just one experience that I will never forget. So I moved into a different apartment and I was looking for nail salons around the area. I wanted to get my nails did, and I see this nail salon, and you know, I go, and you know, first impressions are everything. First impressions are everything. So when I walk in, you guys, like, it was so quiet, so cold. That was a sign right there. The fact that it was just nobody in there, the lights were like really low. It was just really old looking, like as if nobody worked there for a very long time. So a lady comes out the back and she's greeting me, you know, I'm saying hello, and I let her know, you know, I want a full set acrylic, you know, nothing too complicated, something that you should do correctly. So I sit down, but while I'm going through this process from her, you know, showing me to the chair and sitting down, I'm really just feeling iffy, just because y'all, it really looked as if nobody worked there, as if nobody has come there for years. It looked as if it shouldn't have been open, as if she was just waiting for that one customer that she hasn't had for like years. I don't know. So I'm sitting down, letting her, you know, take the nail polish, because at the moment, I think this was when I was getting back into acrylic nails. So all she had to do was, of course, take the paint off my nails, and she did that correctly. I was just really cold, so I was shaking, and she was kind of complaining about me shaking. She was kind of like, you know, hold still, hold still. I'm just like, all you're doing is taking the nail polish off. How still do I really need to be? Come on. I really don't understand why she was complaining about me shaking. I mean, it was really cold, and I let her know that, because after she was complaining about 4 times after, like, I was over it. Okay, I was just like, you know what, you can say something, let her know. And I let her know, ma'am, it's really cold in here, so you know, is there any way you can turn the heat on, and then I maybe won't shake so much? So after I said that, she was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll go in the back and turn on the heat. So she got up and she went to go turn on the heat. Y'all, she didn't turn on no heat. It was cold for the rest of the time in there, and I didn't even hear the heat on. She lied, y'all. She lied, because it was cold the rest of the time. Getting back to the story. So she comes back and she's taking the rest of the paint off my nails, and you know, I'm just letting her do what she was trying to do. Okay, so I'm sitting there trying to find something to look at. You know, when you're at the nail salon, you don't want to just stare at the person. It's just a little bit weird. I just look around. What do you do? What do you do when you get your nails done? You just look around, don't you? I know we all look around trying to figure out what to look at until he's done or she's done. So I'm looking around, and you know, man, see, you go looking for something, you gonna find it, because I was just looking around observing, and I noticed that there was a very large amount of dust and on some of the products around the nail salon. So I'm just sitting there like, man, this place is really dusty, and you know, Trinity, why are you here? You made a huge mistake. You made a huge mistake here. Like, I was just convinced that I made a bet. Like, I just shouldn't have been there. So at this point, with all of this dust floating around, I have to sneeze. So I go in for the sneeze, and you know, I use the hand that she's not dealing with, you know, oh, I'm dabbing it, hey. So I was just going in for the sneeze each and every time. I think I sneezed for about maybe 5 times in a row. And at this point, she starts to complain again. Excuse me, ma'am, like, you complaining about too much at this point. Like, it's dusty in here, so I sneezed. You complaining about me shivering and shaking too much, but it's really cold. Like, what do you expect me to do? This is why you're supposed to have things together in your salon. There's a reason why I'm sneezing here. So I let her know, ma'am, you know, you gotta put ma'am on there. Ma'am, it's really dusty in here, you know, so that's why I sneezed. I feel like she was offended by what I said, but what else was I really gonna say? I wasn't gonna say sorry. Like, at this point, I'm not even comfortable in this salon. So I wasn't feeling that at all. I felt like, you know what, I'm the customer and the customer is always right. So you need to figure out how to make it more comfortable for the customer, because I'm paying for your services and my comfort. So you need to be nice and treat me nicely up in here. And the weird thing is, as I'm sitting there and all of this is going on, nobody's walking in. Nobody else, no employees, no customers, no nothing, no mailman, no nothing. So at this point, I'm just sitting there really just over it. I'm just kind of upset with myself. I'm just really getting upset with myself for making this decision, even though I really didn't know it was gonna be like that at all. But I'm just kind of like, Trini, you should have saw the signs just based off of the first appearance from walking in, and it just looking really just not lit. Not lit. The lights weren't on. It was cold. It was dusty. You know, I should have known that, hey, this place is not legit. You don't want to be here. You don't want to pay for this service. Just sitting there, and I'm just trying to figure out, you know what, do I want to stay or do I want to leave? Like, I need to make this decision before she really, I guess, continues to do my nails and then wants to charge me the full price. And she wasn't even doing that good of a job. I told her that I wanted stiletto. That's just my style. I love the stiletto type of nail, except not so sharp. You know, sometimes they be making them real sharp. Be like, hey, you know, I ain't trying to kill my boyfriend, so let's just, you know, smooth it out a little bit. I have injured my boyfriend with my stiletto nails at least like a few times, just from playing around, us just playing around and stuff. Like, I just had to let them know. I had to kind of, you know, fall back on the sharp tips, because those are kind of dangerous. But anyways, I wanted the stiletto shape, so she wasn't even doing that correctly. The shape was just looking really it wasn't looking nice and clean and sharp. It was just looking really crooked. You know, one of the nails were, you know, swaying over this way, and then the other nail, it was just it was horrible. So while I was trying to figure out if I was gonna stay there or not, I was, you know, looking around, looking at my surroundings, checking the floor, and look, and guess what, you guys? A roach. Yes, a roach. So that was it for me. Done. Don't need it. Bye. Y'all, look, y'all already know about me and roaches. Y'all can go ahead and check out this video or in the card section. Not only that, but I jumped, you know, I just like that. Saw it in the viewfinder. I jumped and I was like, okay, yeah. She looked at me. That was the perfect, y'all, that was the perfect way to get her attention, to let her know once and for all, you know what, this ain't gonna work out. I just let her know, hey, you know, I'm just really not comfortable here. It's just really cold and it's really dusty and it's making me feel sick. I'm not feeling good. You know, I kind of want to leave. I want to go home. I want to go to the hospital. I want to go see the doctor. I want to go to urgent care, whatever. Either way, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm ready to go, ma'am. I'm good. She did take a moment to try to convince me to stay, but of course, once I had my mind made up, nah, I'm done. So I got up and I let her know, hey, I'm about to go back there where I see the sink and wash my hands. She was just like, oh, okay. And I'm washing my hands, and then I see her grabbing my card, my debit card. Now my card was out because when I'm getting my nails done, usually, you know, I don't want to have to dig into my purse and all of that. Usually I have it out beside me where I can see it, right there where I can see it, just so, you know, I can just take it and give it to them for them to slide when I'm done. So that's why I had the card out. That's why I do it that way. So don't be thinking that I just be having my card out and all that type of stuff. Don't know, there's a reason for it. And so I see her grabbing my card and I'm just like washing my hands like, excuse me, ma'am, that's my debit card. She's just like, oh, well, I was going to, you know, slide it for you. And I'm just like, wait, you didn't finish my nails and I don't think I should have to pay full price for it. How much were you trying to charge me for what you did? She was trying to tell me that, oh, that's not how we do things here. And I was letting her know, like, no, we're not gonna do that. I don't think I should have to pay full price for it. She was trying to go back and forth with me so much to the point that I just started letting her know the problems that I was having. I let her know, hey ma'am, you had a cockroach on the floor. Hey ma'am, it was way too cold in here and it never got warmer after that. You said that you turned the heat on, but it was still cold and it's really dusty in here. It makes me feel uncomfortable and that's why I was sneezing. Also, ma'am, I didn't like your attitude that you were giving me. You know, I feel like you were, I just let her know. Not only that, I had to also let her know, hey, you touched my debit card and I didn't authorize that payment, boo. So yeah, you're just crossing the line at this point. Finally, I just let her know, hey ma'am, I can pay you $8. I'm gonna pay you $8. Is that fine? Are you gonna take $8? And she finally agreed with it, y'all. She had, oh my gosh, like I kind of felt like the police was gonna show up, like she was gonna call the police for them to show up at one point. I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad, because it could have got really bad. Like if I didn't look when I did to see her grabbing my debit card, she would have slid that card for the full amount, basically robbing me of nothing. Like you didn't even complete your full service. So that was my worst nail salon experience. I never went back to that place. The place I go now, I love it. I always go there all the time. They give great service. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Steven if you watching this. Shout out. He does great. He does great, y'all. But that ends my story. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you already know. Give me a thumbs up. Show some love. Show some love. So yeah, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.